Young bad girl, so young when we had conquered the world. There ain't a thing that I couldn't do when you're with me and I'm next to you. In this joy-filled friendship, every season of this life. Joy-filled friendship, with you by my side.
To learn what upsets you and learn how to help you grow as well.
Exactly.
So,
and I like that you said that because we've never had any arguments. And sometimes when we have conversations, we may not agree on what each other's saying, but we'll explain it to each other and we're, validate the way each other's feeling. So you don't have to have an argument about that. And I think that takes growth sometimes, though. I mean, we didn't argue when we were younger either. But
we didn't.
No, we didn't argue when
There
we were
was.
younger.
Let me share with you. There was a time when she could have not been my friend simply because of what I did. And I'll tell you what I did, and I didn't know.
Yeah, she dumped me as a friend.
I didn't know. I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
I didn't do it on purpose. I'm going to say that right off the bat. And you guys got to know that. What happened is that she talked me into going with this guy.
I did not talk you into
He
it.
was not even...
She always blames it on me.
He was not even my style. And even though I was a freshman in college, I still kind of had developed a style, right? That guy, but then I listened.
She always blames me.
I listened to my
He
friend.
was a really nice guy, though.
That's exactly what she used to always
That's all
say.
I said. He's a nice guy.
He's a
'cause
nice
he was
guy.
a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. So, okay, I ended up dating him. And then I ended up breaking up with him, right? But what I didn't know through that time of dating, and this went on for a whole semester and a half. It was a semester and a half because it wasn't until the summertime that I broke up with him. So through that semester and a half, I would just hang out with that guy every day, all day. The other part of that is that because he was in the same major that I was in, and we actually had the same classes, that meant we were going to class together, coming back from class, going to lunch together, coming back from lunch, going back to class. That's what that meant. So I was with him, and then after dinner, okay, we're studying, we'd study, and then we stopped studying. So this girl here, I hardly ever saw her. And it happened like that.
So I got other friends.
And she did. Let me tell this story.
Okay.
Because you sound like you're a little edgy. Hold on a second. Because this was not intentional. This was my...
I'm not edgy.
This was my very first boyfriend.
Yeah.
So anybody out there with a very first boyfriend would be able to understand what was going on. Not to
Absolutely.
mention that we were having classes together and everything. So I broke up with him over the summertime. And then when I came back to class, we were sophomores. And she had made other friends. And here I am. Okay, hey, Arna. And she was like, okay, I'm going to lunch now. It wasn't like, I'm going to lunch and you're not coming. It's just that she made other friends. So what had to happen was, instead of her like, look, you had a boyfriend and you didn't even say, or you didn't even want to be hanging out with me anymore, so I've made my friends and I'm gone. No, it wasn't like that at all. What happened is that we actually naturally developed the friendship
Again.
And it was just so natural because she would go off and like, I'm going to lunch, and I'd say, okay, and for whatever reason I'd just come along. But between the two of us, she was the most talkative one when it came down to other people. So she made friends very easily. I made friends because of her. Hey, people would hang around me because of her.
She was great, though. Especially there's a Michael Jackson dance. She was just jam on that Michael Jackson dance.
But that's what happened. We had an opportunity where we could have been, not even friends today.
Yeah.
And that was something that we overcame. Now, how we overcame it with wisdom, we can't say, oh, this is what we did. But what we do know what we did was that we just came back together.
We just came back together, and we and
she didn't hold it against me.
I didn't hold it against her. I never said you dumped me and did not hang out with me anymore. I didn't say any of that because I understand she had a boyfriend, and he was my friend, and I enjoyed them being together. I enjoyed her being happy for the time that she was, and so I didn't want to interfere with that. when in the interim, there was some other people who I started developing with as well. But then once Millicent wasn't in that relationship anymore, I didn't want to ostracize her because I still loved her and she was still my friend. So as she said, it was easy that it just was easily meshed back into where it was. And so we continued to, to hang out and do things. What I learned from that, because I think you had your boyfriend first.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what I think what I learned from that is when you get a boyfriend, spend your time with your boyfriend, but don't ostracize your friends. However, your friends know that you have a boyfriend. Your friends should know you have a boyfriend, so you're going to spend some time with them, which is what I understood. But don't ostracize them to the point where you're not spending any time. Even though
explain
it wasn't
to
on
them,
purpose.
actually, explain to them ostracized, because some people in relationships think that their friend's doing it on purpose.
Right. So you're not doing it on purpose. So you get a guy in your life, right? This is a guy who loves you, and you guys are enjoying each other, and you're developing. So you're spending more time with him, and that's natural. You're going to spend more time with him. So your girlfriends, such as me being her girlfriend, I understood, like, okay, well, they're developing, and he's, they're good for each other for now, and
then we undeveloped.
right, they're undeveloped. But during that time, I'm the girlfriend who many girlfriends should be like, in terms of let them do their thing. I know she's not purposefully not including me or not spending time with me. I know that's not being done on purpose. And I know that she's not saying, no, I have a boyfriend now, so you just wait over there. It wasn't that. And I know that. And I think the girlfriends of you should understand that when you do have a boyfriend in your life, or, a significant other in your life, that it doesn't mean that that the person who's your friend is still not important. What I learned to do, though, is make some time for the people in my life as well, like my friends to some extent. Now, when I got married, it was, married and with children and families, it's a little different, but we still, like, I'm married and my children are grown now and she's married, but we still hang out. Our husbands know each other. Our husbands love each other. Yeah. Except when we get together, our husbands are like, oh, well, it's going to be 8 hours.
Exactly. So,
because we go to brunch at 10 a.m. and we leave at 5 or 6 because...
And that really happened.
All the time.
We went to brunch and we really left at 5 p.m. It was going into dinner time.
They brought us a dinner.
Menu to us.
So I think we got some dessert so we can just stay there a little longer.
Exactly.
But we always do. But that's just a love, and it's just we love being around each other, and it's just that's a friendship.
So young when we had conquered the world, there ain't a thing that I couldn't do when you're with me and I'm next to you. In this joy-filled friendship, every season of this life, joy-filled friendship, with you by my side.